Hello, this is Michaela from the Spirit of Japan Tours. I am trying to do a live video from one of my favorite places, Jindaiji Temple in Western Tokyo, and I'm still learning, so please be patient with me. This is one of my favorite places to visit in the spring because it has so many blooming cherry blossoms, and I'm really happy that we can see at least some of them today. So, about Jindaiji Temple. When you enter the temple, you will see something that is very unique for this place. It has a little township of its own that consists of many old houses. I'm going to show them to you now. That have been converted to little restaurants or shops that sell crafts, local crafts, or traditional sweets, and it is a great, pleasure. It's a lot of fun just to go around and see what they're offering. So let me see if I can switch the camera now so you can see what I'm talking about. Yes, here they are, and this is a little traditional restaurant that sells soba noodles that Jindaiji is very famous with. And here you can see little Daruma dolls, and I'll tell you in a moment what they're used for. Usually at the beginning of the year we would go to the shrine, not necessarily to the temple, and buy a Daruma doll there, and then we will make a wish. We would think about what we want to manifest in the new year, and we will paint one of the eyes of the Daruma doll in black, and then leave it there on the altar to remind us of our intent. And then at the end of the year, as you can see here, there's some more very big Daruma dolls. At the end of the year, we would paint the other eye if our wish has come true, if our desire has manifested. So here there is still one blooming sakura. I wonder if you can see it. And now I'm heading to the main gate of the temple. And on the way, I would like to tell you the story that is associated with its creation. So the legend says that the warrior monk Ryogen, who built the temple, dedicated it through the name that he gave it to one of the gods whose name was Jindaiji, who helped his father swim across the ocean to the island where his mother lived. And as his father was swimming, he was praying to Jindaiji, and miraculously there was a turtle that appeared from the water and helped him reach his beloved. So Ryogen was born out of the union of the two lovers. And now we are approaching the gate of the temple. As you can probably see, hopefully the roof is really old, and it was built of rice straw. This is the traditional way of building roofs in Japan. And I want to show you the roof on the other side. This is the southern side, so it's very dry, but if we go inside, it's such a picturesque place. I hope that you enjoy your visit, even if from afar. But if you look up now, let's just go somewhere where it's not so sunny so you can see better. All the roof has been covered with moss. This is really very wabi-sabi, very traditional Japanese aesthetic. So here on our right, you will see the big bell that is being rung when there are big events held in the temple, but also at the New Year's. What is interesting is that at the New Year's, the bell is rung exactly 108 times, which is for every sin that, according to Buddhism, we as humans have. So in Japan, we start the year in a very, very nice and clean way because all our sins have been wrung away. So I just want you to see again the roof. Oh, I love it. I just love when I see something that is old like this, but preserved and kind of bearing, you know, the richness of the years. It's really beautiful. And here is a weeping sakura, which is one of my favorites. Let's see if I can get closer so you can see what the blossoms are like. Just the premises of the temple are gorgeous. Here you are. Here are some cherry blossoms for you. And there are two ways to cleanse ourselves before we approach the temple. And the first step is to wash our hands. Now here is a little crow, actually a very big one, who is cleansing himself. So at the water fountain is where we cleanse our bodies, so to speak. We wash our hands, we cleanse our mouths, and then we would go to the incense burner, which is here. And you probably can see people kind of blowing the smoke of the incense at themselves, at their faces, their hearts, their heads. So this is how you cleanse your energy. And once the worshipper has cleansed themselves, then they would approach the main building of the temple. And here it is. Oh, I wish that you could smell the scent of the incense. It's just wonderful. So I hope that someday I can make a live broadcast from the Sosoji Temple in Asakusa, which is the oldest in Tokyo. And also it's the one that is really famous. This one isn't. Very few people know it, so it's like a hidden gem. And maybe because of that, because it is less touristy, the grounds are still so peaceful. It's a nice place where you can just, you know, sit on a rock and enjoy the beauty of your surroundings and maybe contemplate a little or even meditate if you wish, and just enjoy the quiet and the serenity of the gardens of the temple. So now we are going to the other big building, and here you will actually see a big Daruma doll. So this is a part of the New Year's ceremony of the temple. Let me show it to you. And people are buying amulets. Here it is. So somebody has made a big dedication for the new year and prayed for this to come true. Another very important statue, it's really, really old, is of a famous saint. He was actually a monk from India who was famous with his healing powers. So here is a place where people come, and you can see that there's some money left in his palms, and they prayed for whatever sickness they suffer from would be healed. Let me see if I can show you what the inside of the temple is like. Hopefully they wouldn't mind if we take a little peek. So this is the main hall of the Jindaiji temple. And here you can ask for a prayer to be said, or you can buy a special fuda, which is like a slip of paper that has a prayer on it, and it can offer some protection. Oh, here is a little jinja actually. What is interesting is that in Japan, Shintoism, which is the native religion, and Buddhism, they coexist. And in the past, actually, there wasn't a clear distinction between the two kinds of temples. So very often on the grounds of a Buddhist temple, you will see a Shinto shrine. This is what we are seeing here. So this is actually very cool because I can show you also what a Shinto shrine is like. As you can see, there is a rope that is made of hemp, and then there are traditional decorations made of paper hanging from it. In Japan, in Shintoism particularly, paper is considered to be holy. That's why all the decorations you will see are made of paper. And they're very simple. There's nothing opulent in the way that Shinto shrines are decorated. And can you see the wood carving here? I just think those little details are simply gorgeous. I love them. And here are the little dogs that guard the shrine. They're all covered with moss and patina. They are really very old. So just one other full circle of what the place is like. And then here we're going to say goodbye. I hope that you enjoyed your visit from the comfort of your living room, and I'm looking forward to connect with you again. Bye-bye.